So it's the 10th of October and we've had an unusually warm September and October so far, but it just turned cold, and so it's going to get to the point where this garden is going to have to get put away. But we'll have a look, see at what we have here before we start doing the mad pick. So this is all of the San Marzanos, which have been picked like mad. So what I'm going to have to do at this point is they will continue to ripen even after I pick them. So everything's going to have to get picked, red, green and in between, and that'll get put on trays to finish ripening. It's gone mad, so it is. This is 5 feet tall, so it is. Goodness, yeah, surprisingly decent production considering how late I planted them. This is all fallen over, so that's the peppers. This is habaneros, so lots of orange ones. You can put them out for Halloween and see if you can convince anyone that they're just baby pumpkins. That should be good for a laugh. Lots of jalapenos, all turning red and green, so a lot of this can come out. I know they're looking fairly healthy and green and lush, but the thing is you'll get a cold snap will come through and ruin everything. And I don't have the time to run out here to pick them up. This is the beefsteaks. So these I've had last year. I picked some in October and kept them inside, and they ripened all the way up until December. So I still had quote unquote fresh red tomatoes all the way up till Christmas. So this is starting to fall over. Goodness gracious, the mass amounts of tomatoes that I've pulled off these has just been insane. So been great. I'm kind of running out of canning jars at this point. This is the slicer varieties that I grew these off of seeds that I picked out of a tomato from the shop. So they did okay. Again, got a late start. This is one of them pink varieties. I bought some at the garden store and they tasted okay, but they had a tendency to crack. And that's what you get with heirloom varieties, I suppose. But they'd crack and then get the fruit flies would get in there, and I don't think I'd bother with them again. So, but we got some decent tomatoes, more than I expected. So we'll go with that. This is the yellow ones. So these ones, again, I got these from seed, but they had good flavor, but they cracked really badly, and and most of them just rotted before I got a chance to even pick them. So like this one back here, so they would rot. Well, that's interesting. So this year I've had tomato hornworms, not many, but enough to annoy me, and that's what's drilled that hole, is a tomato hornworm. It's a caterpillar is what it is, and it's ruined a couple of nice ones, but oh well. Okay, peppers. This is bell peppers, again looking very nice and green, still have flowers forming. This is crazy, it's October and there's still flowers forming, and but they've stopped changing colors at this point. So I would have come out here and this would have just been covered in yellow. I believe that they trigger off of the length of the daylight. So the days have been getting shorter, and so I'm getting less productivity. So I'll just pick what I have. It'll go into salsa and whatever else, but there's plenty of nice big peppers going. If I had a greenhouse, I have a greenhouse, I could grow these indoors and keep going. So I might dig up a couple and bring them into the greenhouse and see if I can get them going. I had last year some peppers that I brought inside in pots, and they survived over the winter, and then I brought them outside again in the spring and they were fine, until I forgot to take care of them on a rainy day and the pots got flooded. Look at that. I've had so many peppers this year that I've been able to let them go red on the vine, which has just been something I really haven't had a chance to do before, and so the taste on these has been gorgeous. So this is a Cali Wonder, is this variety here. And lots of banana peppers. So I don't think I'm too bothered about the banana peppers. They're nice to snack on, but the problem when you grow with a lot of things that are easy to snack on, then your waste naturally grows with it. Cayenne peppers, these are all ones that I saved from seeds from last year, so I think some of them have hybridized with whatever sweet pepper was growing nearby, because that does not look like a cayenne pepper. And then this looks kind of decorative. I like the look of this one. I might just dig this one up and put it in a pot, because I like the display it's putting on there. It's pretty funny. This is cherry tomatoes. So this is a variety that I got out of a packet from the shop. From tomatoes I got in the shop, and they did okay, but we haven't had a lot of rain in the last month, and I frankly haven't been watering, and I had enough tomatoes anyway, so I wasn't that bothered. So this is already dying off on the vines, so that makes my job slightly easier. Eggplants, I don't know why I bother with these. They are so slow to grow. They don't produce much. The rodents like to pick them. The leaves get infected with the white flies, and I just don't know why I bother. And then you cook it, and it basically turns into nothing when you cook it. Roma tomatoes, these I'm just going to pull the whole lot today. Didn't get a lot out of them. These were the last to go in, but there's clearly some kind of disease going on these, so I'm not even going to compost the leaves. I'm going to put them into the they'll go out with the green waste at the side of the road. Yeah, so it just seems to be kind of limited to this little patch here, and that would be nibble marks from some animal. It is left as a problem for the students to figure out. Is that a squirrel? Could be. Okay. I had cucumbers up here. I harvested them last weekend and then trimmed them just so I could get the leaves back. But it was kind of nice to walk through the little tunnel of cucumbers for the little while that it was there, so it was fun. Red cabbages. Gosh. Oops, dropped a tomato. Kind of small. Again, these got put in late as well, just like everything else. And as I mentioned in previous videos, everything got ravaged by caterpillars, like that little guy in there. I thought I was done with all of them, but no, the little buggers are still in there. Jesus Christ, there's another one. So again, I ask myself, why do I bother? And then I promise myself, oh, next year I'll put them under cover. And then I don't. And then I end up making a video like this. Okay. Back here. This is all can come out. Well, actually, they can stay here for a while. These are spring onions, and let them go too long. I mean, they're not doing any harm where they are, but probably end up pulling all of them and put them into a soup. They can stay out here. They're not going to be affected by a frost. And the leeks can stay there as long as I feel like leaving them, basically until it snows. So instead of picking them and having to worry about storage, I can just leave them out here for storage. So these are multi-sown. So I grew like 3 or 4 in a cluster at a time. And so they're kind of small, 1/2 inch. But the ones that I had just put out singly didn't really grow much bigger. So lots of leeks. The missus likes it when I put it into soup. In general, the missus likes anything I put into soup, so good enough. That looks like a potato deciding to grow. That's interesting. I wonder where that came from. Okay, what's back here? Beans, green beans. I actually got some green beans. So again, went in very late, but last weekend we pulled about 4 pounds of beans, and they're sitting in the fridge waiting for me to do something with them. Typically just bring them inside and blanch them and then put them into the freezer, and then they last forever. So it's good. Coming around this side here, we have a couple of ancho or poblanos. Just haven't been too pushed on picking them. I've picked them from time to time. They're okay. This actually looks fairly healthy. I might try picking this one as well and bring it inside, see how she goes. Back behind us, this wall of cherry tomatoes. something weird's happened. The strings had been snapping, and then the plants themselves were bending over. I think we must have had a gust come through, but it turned into a kind of a jumbledy mess. But still quite tasty. Couple of different varieties in here. And so make some nice variety. And then those are the pearl ones which I never got around to planting. And this bed here is just, can't really grow anything in it because it is completely under the shade of this willow. And so I can't really do much more about it. So what do I have to do this weekend? Will be a lot of pulling what I can, and I have to get my garlic planted this weekend so that I can get a good start and on it, and then we'll cover that and ready for spring. So this is probably about it. Bye now.